Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. There we are.
Just a little bit. There we go.
I feel like my computer's asleep this morning. It's like, I don't want to be awake. I don't want to work.
My hair's doing weird things. There we go. Now I don't have loopy-loos. It's sunny and beautiful
Yay!
here today. It's not so humid. That doesn't mean it won't be later, but at the
And
moment
it's not raining.
it's not raining. Yep.
Woo.
And our one pond is almost full. The other one
Wow.
still needs a lot of water, but it's also way bigger than the first one. So
Oh, very nice. Awesome, awesome. Well, for those of you tuning in, hello, hello. Welcome to the Wellness Wake Up Weekly with Christine and I. We're excited to be here today. We are talking about why your routine isn't working anymore. And so before we dive into the topic, we're going to quickly introduce ourselves. And as you are hopping on, be sure to say hello and drop a comment to let us know where you are watching from. So, Christine, I'll let you go ahead and get started.
I am Christine Lunsford. I am in North Central Arkansas. I am an Empower You coach, and I so excitedly yesterday had our first week of Confusion to Clarity at our local college. Super great, and can't wait to get to know my students a little bit better. We have, I say we because I am married to my sweetheart, and we have 4 Jack Russells and 8 chickens. And so here's a fun fact. My mother-in-law has worked at Flippin, and yes, I am saying that correct, Walmart for the last, I don't know, 25, 30 years. She's worked there forever.
Oh, wow.
And she's not on Facebook. She's not on any social media. The management pulled her aside and they took a like a marketing picture with her.
Oh.
Holding this drink and this food. So now it is all over Facebook. And she has a huge heart, so I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised at all the comments that are just. So she called Randy yesterday and was so tickled because she had 400 likes, which I'm sure is way more than it is because I put her on mine and there's 600 views for this picture. So
wow, that's so cool.
She's 81 years old, still working at Walmart full time at self-checkout. So,
wow.
If you're watching this and you live in Flippin, you need to go in and say hi to her. Her name is Kathy, and she will love it. She loves animals and she loves kids.
Oh,
Adults,
that's
awesome. That depends.
Adults are iffy.
So
bring an animal and a child with you.
And she'll love you forever. Anyway. Okay, Carrie Marie, introduce yourself.
So I am Carrie Marie Vaughn, and I am an Unstickify Your Life coach. And that just means that I help you to get unstuck in different areas of your life. And I live in upstate New York with my husband. We have 3 adult children. We have 3 cats. We have 4 grand cats and a grand dog. And we enjoy doing everything outside as much as possible, as long as the weather cooperates. We love walking, hiking, camping, horseback riding. Well, my husband not so much, but me. I like horseback riding.
I can't see Derek on a horse.
No, I think I'm trying to think if I've ever seen him on a horse. I feel like maybe one. I don't know. Once or twice maybe in my life have I seen him on a horse. We've been together. We were just talking about this last night, that we've been together for over 28 years. So
Wow.
we have known each other for the majority of our lives. We were high school sweethearts and had children young, got married young. So yeah. Anyway, so let's dive into today's topic today, because this is a big one, because a lot of people find themselves, and I guess this is a question for those of you who are watching. Have you ever thought, I used to have this all figured out, then what happened? Like, you feel like you used to be like in the swing of things, or things were working, things were falling into place, your routine was working, and then all of a sudden you're like, what's going on? Why isn't this working anymore? I
used to be able to drop 5 to 10 pounds like within a month, just like that. No, I can find it now. Just like that. I can find that extra 10 pounds. So yes,
Yeah. And
routine.
really, like we each go through different seasons. Like we are ever changing
Absolutely.
beings. And so something that used to work, like an old habit, an old routine, something that you used to be able to just do, no problem,
Hmm.
that you cannot pull over necessarily into this new season of your life, because since you have changed, you are a new person. So your new you can't really work sometimes with your old routines and your old habits. So we're going to be talking about that today, of why it's not working and what to do.
Absolutely. Because what worked in, like, even in my 20s, as much as I'd like to tell myself I'm not that much older than that, it doesn't work when you hit 30, 40, 50. And if you're upgrading you, you get to upgrade your routines too. So
Yeah.
don't be surprised when they're not working.
Yeah. I love that. Upgrade your routine just as you're upgrading yourself. I love that. Drop a yes if you have ever felt frustrated because something that used to work doesn't anymore. I'd love to hear from all of you. So drop your comments. If we can see them, we will give you a little shout out and highlight your comments here on the screen. So definitely let us know. I think if I can pull up that area. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and drop your comments. Let us know if you have ever had things that worked in your life that no longer work and has become a little frustrating. Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about why routines stop working. We kind of mentioned that a little bit,
Mhm.
about how we are changing, but what are some of those things that, I mean, life in general changes, right? Our
Life
life
in general. Yes.
circumstances, everything in life. It could be like, for instance, I have gone through changes. Not only am I going through perimenopause, but as my kids get older and move out, like it's all of a sudden we went into that empty nester lifestyle, and then we're not in that anymore. We have kids that move back in. But anyway, the point is we've gone through these shifts. So we're not the same. We're not in the same place that we were when our kids were younger. Um, and I mentioned perimenopause, but yeah, aging, hormones, those things play a big difference in why certain things work and why they don't.
Yes. Michelle Reed said, yes, for sure. Life gets in the way sometimes. Yes, it does. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
absolutely.
when you have life changes, it could be as simple as changing a job.
Hmm.
Like I went from working at Home Depot where I was walking, 14 to 20,000 steps a day to working at home, and I went to 5,000 steps.
Yeah,
So it could be as simple as that.
right.
So I
Right,
got to
your
shift
lifestyle
in that.
and your activity level based on their lifestyle has then now changed.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you mentioned different responsibilities, which can be kids, can be other things. Your
Mm.
stress levels.
Oh,
Stress
for
levels
sure.
can, for some people, if they've got really high stress, they won't be able to gain a pound. If they have really high stress, others really high stress, they can't lose a pound. So,
Right.
and it's going to affect a lot of things. Your routines get to adjust with that and changing your priorities.
Hmm. Yeah,
I,
priorities change, obviously, because some things that used to be important to you back in the day are no longer
Mhm.
important to you, and you have new things that are important to you now. Because it also could be that maybe, whether or not you have kids, but maybe you're to that point in your life where you're now caring for aging parents,
Mhm.
or like your job situation has changed. So different habits and routines that you used to work well for you. Maybe you were an empty nester and you had, no other specific responsibility around like caring for others for a while. So you had routines that were all about you. Then all of a sudden you transition back into caregiving mode, and all of a sudden your routines are not going to work
Mhm.
anymore. So yeah, definitely changing priorities. Also health challenges. You never know when something weird happens with your health. Maybe
Yes.
you get some sort of sickness or get injured or whatever. So that's going to change. Obviously, a routine that worked for you when you were well isn't going to work for you when you're unwell.
Absolutely. And then you get to change again as you start to heal
Absolutely. Yeah,
because
healing makes a
there's
big difference.
yeah, the whole roller coaster. So
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
those are just things that cause your routine to not working. Is there anything else that we've missed?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many things. Like literally
Oh,
our life is
absolutely.
just changing. It's ever changing all the time. And so just because your routine used to work doesn't mean that your routine is broken and might have simply expired. Like food expires after a while. Our routine can expire after a while.
Yeah,
And so maybe it's past the expiration date and you need to find something new.
absolutely. And you update your phone all the time. And sometimes you don't want to, but you have to update your phone. You have to update your computer. You have to update all of these other things. Well, you get to also update your routines. Sorry to add one more thing to your thing, but I promise it'll be better.
Hmm. Yeah. And you know what? It's not necessarily even adding. It
No,
could just
it's
be,
replacing.
yeah, shifting, changing, tweaking a little bit. Maybe it's not completely overhauling your entire routine because maybe there are some things that are still working or that just need to change a tiny bit. Maybe you just
Mhm.
change the order that you do things in because your body isn't vibing with the order that you were doing things in before. So there's so many ways that you can shift and change a routine to make
Yes.
sure that it's working for you. Because, the cost of, like, if we're forcing an outdated routine, something that's no longer working for us, it's going to cost us, it's going to cause more frustration. It's going to cause
Mhm.
more stress because we're trying to force something that doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't work quite right.
Right.
And so, let's talk about some examples of things that might be routines, because people are probably like, "What are you talking about? A routine? Like what routine are you specifically talking about?" And obviously, there can be many, but we'll give you some examples just to give you an idea of what we're talking about.
When we were
Uh,
putting this together, the one that kind of made me giggle and really kind of went, aha, is an outdated sleep routine.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Think
so
about when you're young.
when you're in your 20s, and I'm assuming you don't have children at that point, and maybe you're going out to the bars and you can stay up till 10 or 11 o'clock, and then you can still get up at 6 a.m. and make it to work by 6:15, and you look perky and wonderful. Probably not going to happen when you hit 50.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
exactly.
not going to happen. And I think when I talk to people, sleep is one of the biggest things that people don't have a routine for.
Right,
And it's
exactly,
so
because we kinda
important.
got stuck in this old routine from when we were younger, when we might have had a little
Mhm.
bit more energy, when we had a different type of life, a different type of responsibilities, we were able to manage and function on a little bit less sleep maybe, or a shifted schedule. So maybe we were able to stay up late to like midnight or
Mhm.
something and then sleep in till 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's like that's what worked for us when we were younger, when we had a different job or when we had different responsibilities or whatever. We weren't waking up to a baby at 5, 6 a.m., something like that.
Yes.
So
Michelle says, "What is sleep?" I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot.
yes, and sleep is so important.
It
Your
is,
body
it's so
needs it to
important.
repair.
I tell you
Oh
what,
my
I will
goodness.
fight for sleep more than I will fight for food.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
mess with my
absolutely.
sleep, you might get a black eye. You want my food? By all means, you can have it.
But
Um,
speaking of food though, like following the same diet, maybe when you're in your
absolutely.
20s and you had an amazing metabolism, maybe you could pretty much eat anything. And now you
Mhm.
have to be a little bit more cautious of what you eat because you know that certain things might throw you off. Or maybe it makes it so that you can't sleep at night. Here we go back to the sleep again, but certain foods or certain drinks could cause you so that you stay awake at night. And so there's all those things. For instance, like if it's high acidity levels, I know that that can cause people to have heartburn at night. Or
Mhm.
if it has caffeine in it, that could cause you to be up at night. So there's all of these different things. Maybe you have to have things that help your mind and body to calm down at night, and then have things that energize you in the morning. So, and not even just that, is like the calorie intake and all of your different things based
All
on
of
where
those
you are
things.
in life, what your hormones are doing, what your health situation is. You might have to eat differently, and so
Yes.
following the same diet is definitely not a good thing. As you age, you might have to change it up a little bit.
Absolutely. And overcommitting. I think this, okay, I am not guilty of this one. This one, I am really good at saying no.
That's amazing.
Overcommitting.
I used to be an overcommitter.
I
I
I I wonder, and this is just a wonder. It's not, I wonder if parents have a tendency to be overcommitters, especially if they have multiple kids,
Yeah.
because they want to say yes for all of them.
Yeah. Do you know, I was at one point, I was working full time. I was teaching Sunday school. I was volunteering for the school PTSO. I was helping out with my son's Cub Scouts and and what else? Oh, I was helping out with my daughter's Girl Scouts for a little bit, and then they switched over to 4-H. The same group was basically like, yeah, Girl Scouts isn't for us. Let's switch over to 4-H. And there was a couple moms who got certified to be 4-H leaders. And so I helped out with that. And there was all different things that I was volunteering and helping for. Plus, as part of the PTSO, I was leading events at the school, like an entire talent show, organizing it, getting all the applications and putting together the schedule, getting volunteers, all of that. And I don't know, somehow I did it. I committed to everything, but then the focus was like no longer about me. So I had no routine for myself. It was all about others.
No. Okay. So what can that cause? And I can hear all of these: frustration, burnout, guilt, feeling like you're failing, and not ideal results. Now,
Yeah.
I have no doubt that you did all of those things amazing, but hearing you makes me tired.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was so tiring. I don't know even how I functioned. I literally have no idea. I don't think I was sleeping.
Because you didn't even mention that you raised 3 kids and kept them healthy and fed and safe.
Yes. But guess what? I was also ignoring my body's signals telling me, hey, you need to eat healthier. Hey, you need to sleep. Hey, you need to start taking care of yourself. I was ignoring those things. And this is a big one. And this is also what your food freedom method helps with, because I wasn't paying attention to those things. And you literally teach people on how to not only pay attention to those things, how to track it and how to tweak and all of that. It's amazing. So if you are watching and you are not familiar with it, reach out to Christine, because the food freedom method is amazing.
I figured it out yesterday between my sister and I. We have 80 years experience in this.
That's amazing.
I was adding it up and I'm like, well, I've been doing this for 40 years. And I know okay, so maybe 70 years, because I think it's 30 to 35 years she's been. So yeah, we know this inside out and backwards.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Sometimes the healthiest thing that you can do for you is to stop forcing what doesn't fit anymore. Like, okay, say it another way. Say no.
Yeah. And it might be saying no to yourself, saying no to the things that you are like, for some reason, hanging up on and thinking that it's working when it's not actually working. So just reassess your whole day, how you go about doing things. And we have some questions that you can ask yourself. This is really good. So if you are somewhere where you're not driving and you have a pen and paper, write these things down, because these are great questions to ask yourself about what you're doing in your day, what your routine is. And if you are driving, feel free to just come back to this a little bit later and jot these down, because these are really important for you to ask yourself, so that you can make sure that your routine is working for you and not against you, and you're no longer forcing things. So ask yourself, what do you need? What do I need right now? Say, what do I need right now? And need, what do I need right now? This isn't what you want. This is what you need. What do you need right now?
Yes. Because there is a difference between need and wants. Okay, I'm going to try to post it in the comments. We'll see where it goes.
Oh, yeah. Great idea. Okay.
I don't know that it will actually go.
Oh, and you know what? Actually, I can show it up on the screen. Let me pop real quick. I'm going to show. Oh, yeah.
Okay, while you do that, I'll talk about the next one. What feels sustainable? I mean, we're talking about not getting into overwhelm, not getting into frustration. So when you're looking at your routine, what is it that you can do? It doesn't have to be an every single day thing. Like, okay, so Carrie Marie have this app. It's called Finch.
Yeah. It's like a little bird thing.
It's so cute. You know what I added to it? I added our Wellness Wake Up Weekly.
Oh, nice.
And in there, you can put it as one day a week. It is not about doing it every single thing every single day. So there's exceptions to some of that, like make sure you drink water every day. I think you're going to keep typing. I'm going to keep reading.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So what supports my energy? Look at what you're doing and see if it increases or decreases your energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be emotional, physical, mental, whatever, spiritual, any of those, because it's all connected. So if it's something that is emotionally draining you, what can you do different? What else is possible?
Right,
And
exactly. And
Terry
like for
Marie,
instance, too, like what are you eating and drinking? What does your
yes.
sleep look like? Because all of those play into your energy levels. And things can drain your energy. Being around certain people can drain your energy.
Mhm.
So see what you can do about that. How can your routine shift so that maybe you can spend less time with the people who drain your energy and spend more time with the people who lift you up and who boost your energy and you're just always pumped up when you're around these people. That is something that you can change your routine. And we talked
Absolutely.
about sleep, obviously improving your sleep, certain supplements, because we are in this society, we are lacking in certain vitamins and nutrients naturally because our food no longer contains them because the earth is depleted or we're maybe our eating routine is off. And
Yes.
so supplementing that with certain things, whether it be a drink or foods or whatever, actual supplements, like pills. And as you know, like you and I, we love our Ignite in the
Mhm.
morning. Amazing. Brew. I have brew every morning. I'm actually drinking it right now. This is a mushroom coffee that helps my brain. It helps my energy. It's long lasting. I never get that crash like
Mhm.
regular coffee. And
Well,
so,
and our hydrate and rush.
yeah, yeah,
Yum,
even just
yum. Anyway,
being hydrated is a big thing for energy levels.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
So, what
next.
matters most in this season? And I know for a lot of people, this time of year, maybe a shift to a new season. Like, I don't know, your 5-year-old graduated from kindergarten and is now going to go to school full time, or your middle schooler is going to turn into a teenager, or your teenager is going off to college, or whatever that looks like. And I keep going back to parents, and I'm a stepmother, and mine are adults, but your seasons change.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So,
Seasons
what is
change
it that
and
you need right now?
yep.
Which goes back to what matters most in the season, but what do you need right now in the season?
Yes.
So,
Yes, exactly.
and what helps me to feel good? What helps you to feel good? This
Yeah,
can be
we
something
all know.
simple.
We
Oh,
all know what makes us
absolutely.
yeah.
One of the things, and I call it a guilty pleasure, but I don't feel any guilt when I do this, is sometimes taking a long, hot shower.
Mhm.
Like, I would be perfectly happy to stand underneath a waterfall and just let the water run down me as long as it wasn't cold, because I'm not into the cold part of it. But that feeling for me, sometimes I had somebody explain it to me like this once. She goes, if you've had a bad day, go take a shower and let the water rinse off your day
Mm.
with intention that when you step out, that is all going down the drain.
Yeah. I think everything we do is with intention. I mean, we talk about like breathing exercises, how important that is.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes you feel good, first of all, I hope that it is helping you feel good because breathing exercises is so important. But if something like that makes you feel good, make a point to do it. And that again, it goes back to that app that we're using. It's a self-care app. You can put anything in there. They're going to suggest things to you based on they have a set of questions when you first sign up for it, and it's free. I mean, you can pay for the
You can pay, but
plus or
I
pro
don't.
or whatever, but we're using the free one. But the cool thing is too, we have each other connected on there. So we have certain things that we're working on together that we can basically hold each other accountable for and see what each other are doing, which is kind of cool. But then Christine has her own set of things she's working on, and I have my own set of things that we don't see of each other's.
Right.
And one of those on there is taking deep breaths. So it's a reminder to take deep breaths. Another one is drinking water. And you can
Mhm.
have it like Christine, you were mentioning that you can actually have it set to multiple times a day. So
Yes.
I didn't realize that you could even do that. I have each of my things set to once a day, the things that are important to me. But the cool thing is you can set this up to remind you, and then it also gamifies it, which is fun and it's kind of
I
cute.
know. It's just cute. It's just so
It's cute.
cute. It's like
So if
yesterday,
you
there
want
was
to
a little
join us
video.
on there, drop a comment and let us know, and we can send you a link to join us in this app, because it is so fun to prioritize yourself first of all, and to do it with other people. So anyway, long story short, do something that makes you feel good,
Yes.
because that's so important. Knowing what makes you feel good and then prioritizing it and doing it daily. And it can be
Yes.
different things every day, but little things like deep breathing exercises. Even if you intend to deep breathe 3 times and do it with intention to
Mhm.
help you feel good, to breathe in good things, breathe out bad things, you
Every
know?
time we talk about that, I find myself taking a deep breath
Mhm. It's
every time.
amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
So here's some other examples. I think we've touched on a lot of this, but shorter, and I know that sounds counterproductive, or different workouts.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of study. Anybody who is my age remembers aerobics and jazzercise. I hated both with a
Yeah.
passion. When we got to do weightlifting, I was tickled to death. But those, and if you love those, please do them. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, of
But
course.
look at your workouts. If you're not getting the results that you want, look at doing something different.
Yeah.
Um, Dance moves. If you love
Mhm.
to dance, go on to YouTube and look up, pick a song. Actually, Carrie Marie and I were talking about that, and I had one pop up on my Facebook, and I was like, I didn't even think to go take the name of that song and go, hey, is there a short exercise that I can do this? Because it would boost my energy during the day. It would definitely be sustainable. It
Mhm.
matters right now to me that I pay attention to that, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah, and it's a
So
song
it's like,
that you love, so it's already mood boosting because of the song. You're listening to a
yes.
song, but then doing a fun dance exercise workout along with the song that you already love, it's like there's all these benefits, and so of course it's gonna make you feel good. And so
Oh,
yeah, do
absolutely.
that. If you have a certain song that you love, look up dance routine workouts. Maybe you're not into dancing. Find a song that you love and do squats, whatever. Like whatever helps you to feel good. And the cool thing is that you can literally gamify everything and make things fun. Even if
Oh,
something seems
absolutely.
like, oh, like maybe you used to dread something, but if you do it in a different way or with different music or with different people, all of a sudden now it's fun. And so, like, I used to hate doing burpees. That was absolutely the worst activity ever. I'm like, why does anybody do this? And why do they force people to do this in gym class and on all these workout videos? And then I joined it was a kickboxing studio, and part of our warm up all the time was to do burpees. I all of a sudden loved doing burpees. Sounds crazy, but it was because I was doing it with people that were fun and energizing. We were doing it with fun music. And guess what? It changed the situation. So
Mhm.
you just never know when it's the right, if you're not feeling good with what your workout routine is, or if you have no workout routine because you dread it all the time, it just means you're not doing the right thing. And or it's time to change to something else. I mean, I was telling you about how I've followed Chalene Johnson for years. I used to do her workouts way back in the day. She used to do these workouts with Beachbody. And she was
Those look
somebody who was
hard.
obsessed with working out. She would
Mhm.
work out intensely for hours and hours and hours a day. And she is now very public about how that was so draining. She got burned out. It was not good for her mental health, for everything, because she was just working out intensely all the time. Now she literally does a little bit of walking every day with her husband. So they're getting to chit chat and have fun with the two of them. And she does some weightlifting, not very much, not super intense. And guess what? She is so much happier and healthier now in her older age. I think she's in her 50s than she was when she was in her 20s, when she was doing these intense, crazy workouts. Like you see pictures of her side by side of back then to now, and she looks way happier and healthier now. Back then, yes, of course, she was fit. She was doing all kinds of things, but it didn't look like a healthy fit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's an example of, hey, we could be doing the wrong thing, and it's time to shift up our routine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, you can tell that this is a topic that we are passionate about.
Oh,
So
I know. We're totally going over.
totally going over.
Yes. All
So
right, let's ramble these off real quick. The
yeah,
different examples of things that you could do to shift up your routine. All right.
boundaries. Make sure you have your boundaries. schedule your self-care. Put it on your calendar. You are as important as everything else. And we've already talked about supplements and all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, though, what is one part of your current routine that doesn't fit in your life anymore?
Yeah.
Like, are
Listen
you?
to the signals. Pay attention. Like,
Yes,
do you feel tired? Do you feel like fatigue or things like that? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you have brain fog, cravings, mood shifts, poor sleep? Like, what are all of these things? Listen to your body, pay attention
yes,
to your body and what is not working in your current routine and what can you shift?
yes. And your body is always talking to you.
Mhm.
Always. Like you get to learn to listen to it and acknowledge it like anybody else.
Yeah, our bodies are like, listen to me, Linda, pay
Yes.
attention.
Yes. And this is so two of the things that I kind of teach, few of the things, is tracking whatever you're feeling. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of times I'll say symptoms, but it doesn't have to be a symptom. It can just be, I woke up this morning, my hands are swollen. Track your habits, journal everything. And the reason you have to write it all down, at least in the beginning, is because you may not start to notice the pattern for 30 days. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't remember things that I did 30 days ago. Half the
Yeah.
time, I don't remember what I did last week.
Hmm.
But so journaling it is very, very important. And Carrie Marie,
Absolutely.
you and I talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
And
Right. So you
like,
can journal about like what you're eating, how you're feeling. And it doesn't have to be extreme. Like sometimes people are like journaling. I don't have time for that. That's way too much. I don't want to have to. You don't have to say like every single, like, I had 1 cup of berries. I had 2 eggs. Like, no, like you don't have to go into that much detail necessarily unless you're really trying to track your food. But just how are you feeling? Are you feeling energized? Are you feeling tired? Have you been having protein in the morning? Have you been having
mhm,
sugar? Like, what are the things? Like, kind of basics. Just jot it down. Literally, if you can take like 1 minute every, I don't know, hour or something like that to just quickly jot something down. 1 minute.
yeah,
Just how are you feeling? What have you been eating or what activities have you been doing? That's so simple.
yeah. And
So
one of
simple.
my students was shocked that eating one food can cause a reaction to another food. So
Yeah.
that's why it's important to write it down. Also, it can depend on the time of day.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
like, if you're writing your list and you write eggs morning, or and you find you had a reaction, but you can eat eggs at night and it doesn't bother you, that's a notice thing. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I love that you said though that to track it for a longer period of time because I agree. I don't really remember. I don't remember all of the foods I ate a couple days ago, let alone a month ago. And so in order to actually see like, hey, what might be causing things or what might I need to change? How does something make me feel? You have to do it for an extended period of time, at least 3 or 4 weeks.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes writing it down will simply create a positive routine, because I talked to one lady, she had lost a bunch of weight, and the only reason she lost the weight is because she was didn't want to write it down, so she just didn't eat it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it
And
also
I
just
mean, like,
helps you
candy.
bring awareness. How
It's
many
awareness.
times do we just go through the day? We do the same routine, we eat the same things, we react the same way to different things, we drive the same way to places. We're just going through the day and don't even check in with ourselves. We don't pay attention to what's actually happening in our lives. We're on autopilot. And so journaling is just a way for you to like stop the pattern and it's just stop you to think about what you're doing. Like,
Well,
hey,
and here's another thing. If you feel like you're stuck, you feel like all of this sounds overwhelming, all of this, I can't do this, take Carrie Marie's stuck point quiz, because it may be that you have a stuck point, and once that's gone, it flows. It's
mhm.
amazing. Like it happened to me multiple times. Like she would unstick me and I went, "Wow, okay. What felt hard doesn't feel hard."
Mhm. Yeah, because we have these underlying things that are underneath the surface, stuck points that are literally causing us to remain stuck in things, whether it be stuck in a routine or stuck in a certain mindset or whatever it is. But yeah, and the quiz is free. It only takes
It is
like five
totally free.
minutes and it's you just go through questions, make sure you're answering the questions honestly. They're for you. This is for you. And if you answer the questions honestly, then guess what? You're going to find out where you're stuck and what to do about it. And you get instant results. So
okay, I just had a great analogy for your stuck point quiz. So anybody who lives in Arkansas understands our red clay. If you walk across it when it's wet, it's going to stick to your feet. Now, you can keep walking, but it is hard because it's sticky and it's like if you got mud on your shoes. Getting unstuck is like taking that clay off of your feet and being able to walk normal. Don't ask me why that got stuck in my head, but I was like, as you were saying that, I'm like, yeah, it's like when because this stuff doesn't rinse off. Like you can spray it with a hose. It does not come off. It is just stuck to you. It won't come off. So there you go. There's a fun analogy for the day.
For those of you who walk through clay, this is like
sometimes you just don't even know. You just step in it and go, oh man. So just remember, your routine isn't failing. Mm-hmm. It's simply that you get to tweak it, you get to change it, you get to pay attention to it, and your life has changed, your body's changed, your priorities change. So just be aware.
Yeah. So I'd love for you, if you're watching, drop in the comments one thing that you're going to do to adjust your routine this week. What's one tweak that you're going to make this week based on what you learned today? What is one thing that you're going to change? And also, definitely, like we were mentioning, take that stuck point quiz. It's absolutely free. Reach out to Christine about her food freedom method. That's huge. It really, really helps you to get an idea of what's going on and obviously how you can improve things.
Well, and okay, my goal is July 1st to have the self-paced workbook available on Amazon.
Oh, so amazing. And do you have yours right there that you can show off? It's so pretty.
I do.
It's so pretty. It's awesome. And
so this is the workbook for the class.
Yes, I love it. It's so cool. I love that. Oh, your screen is backwards, and so it makes it look funny. But anyway,
that's okay. People get the picture. If you do the one-on-one coaching, or if you take the class with me at ASU, you can purchase a copy. You get a digital copy free, but you can purchase that one from me, a printed copy. So
yeah, and reach out to us if you need any support or if you need any personalized suggestions. Also, make sure to share this with somebody who needs permission to just stop forcing what isn't working anymore, or maybe even just tag them in the comments. You don't have to share it with them personally, but you could just tag them in the comments of like, hey, check this episode out. This would be helpful for you to know. And stay tuned for next week. So if you weren't aware, we do this every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. And we've been doing this for a while. Like today is the 36th episode, I believe. So there's a lot of episodes out there. You can find all of the past episodes on sleep, on routines, on pretty much about everything.
Michelle made a comment. She said she wants to discover sleep that we mentioned, and also to make priority or water a priority this week. As
awesome.
So nice, Michelle. Go to whichever one of us you follow, go to our YouTube channel and do a search for sleep, because we've done an entire episode on sleep.
And I think we've done more than one episode.
I think we've done more than one, because we talk about sleep and breathing a lot.
Yeah. And next week, we're actually going to be talking about something that so many women struggle with, which is energy, mood, and hormones, and what's really going on. So I love that. That we're going to be talking about that. We have talked about some of those things in the past, like on their own, but we're going to be putting things all together and talking about that next week. So I'm excited. So stay tuned next Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. And we will let you go because we went way over today, but this was a topic that is very important to us. We clearly could go on and on.
Yes, definitely. So, okay, everybody have a great day.